So, two questions today, two in one. Question number one: why is it all on me? Why is it all on me? I'm sure a lot of women can relate to this question. It's a very common question that we have, and you know how it feels. Question number two: can a woman be a superachiever? If you guys watch our videos, then you know we talk about female energy being more of the energy of support, of nurture, of fueling up the energy of the family, being more of like a battery for the operation of your relationship and your family. So, if all this is true, can a woman be a superachiever? And if you are paying close attention, you can see that these two questions are two sides of the same coin, basically. I'm just giving you a hint here, so pay attention. To ask if a woman can be a superachiever because female energy is what it is, basically like asking, can a person who is an introvert, and if you're not familiar with the term introvert, let's just say the person who is shy, simplification, but that kind of gives you an idea. An outgoing person versus a shy person would kind of approximately equal an introvert versus extrovert, again, if you're not familiar with the terms. So, can a person who is shy or an introvert enjoy company of other people? And the answer is a ringing yes, because we all enjoy company of other people, and oftentimes we don't even know if we're an introvert or an extrovert. So just because our energy is not outgoing, that does not mean we can't enjoy some of the outgoing action, right? So same thing about the question about a woman being a superachiever. In fact, you're looking at one. I think I can legitimately call myself a superachiever because I have a family of 5 kids. I've raised family of 5 kids. I have my husband that I put a lot of energy in. I cook great dinners, and I have a full-time plus job in terms of running a business and everything else that comes with it. And mind you, when my 5 kids were still in diapers, almost 5 at the same time, I did the same thing. I think I can claim the title. So the answer is yes, there is nothing wrong with the energy of achievement in a woman. However, this energy needs to be kept at about 40% or so, because what happens is that the male energy is made more for action. Our female energy is, like I already mentioned, more of the energy of nurture. We are the battery, the power source of the dynamics of the family and the relationship. And if that battery is not being recharged periodically, you know what is going to happen. Another parallel: the bank that is offering the support is the energy support, the financial energy support, right? The bank needs to have money before they can loan it out. If the bank does not concentrate on making money on interest, somehow it's going to go bankrupt, and then the whole economy goes. So same thing with us. We need to keep our energy of achievement at about 40, maybe 45% max. Because if we don't, we are going to get burnt out. We're going to get drained. So the 55 at least, or maybe more, 55, 60% of our energy needs to go into self-care and self-nurture. This is why it feels so good to us to go recharge, whatever we do to restore ourselves. This is very important. A lot of women they almost feel guilty about doing something for themselves. Again, that would be a parallel to a bank feeling guilty of charging you a little bit of interest. This is very necessary. Next, those guilt trips, they're very counterproductive because unless you recharge, you're going to get burnt out. And as you're approaching burnout, this is where this feeling of it's all on me comes from. So if you forget about the nature of female energy of being the fuel, the battery that powers up everything, and take upon yourself, oh, I'll just do it myself. I'll just do it myself. That's why it's all on you, because you take it upon yourself and you do it all yourself. Instead of doing that, think about in terms of how can I make this happen? How can I encourage things to happen? And I'm going to sit back and collect my laurels. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's where recharging comes from. This is the nature of female energy. It powers up the achievement in your partner. You can offer him help, you can offer him support. But the moment you go, you don't know how to do it, you can't do it, let me do it myself, that's where you cross that 55% line, and this is where it's all on you, and this is where you start feeling a burnout. Again, it's kind of a very subtle concept, so pardon me if I keep going in circles about it, but it is very important to understand, is that when you see that he can't do something, brainstorm the ways of how you can encourage him to do it. Just saying step aside and doing it on by yourself on yourself is not the answer. This is where the power of female energy lies. So that's how you deal with the feeling that it is all on you. You look at the dynamics of male energy versus female energy and you use them correctly. Under this video, I'm going to leave you a link, or if you're watching it elsewhere where you don't get to look under the video in any other setting like Instagram or whatever, go to our channel and look at the Women's Potential playlist. You will see a very powerful example of a woman who had 22 kids and built, I want to say 22 businesses, but obviously it was less. It is one of the main figures in history who organized the first free maternity hospital, did a lot of workplace improvements, ran multiple businesses, and she did all this by utilizing her female energy properly. There is a lot of power in that. I highly recommend you guys watch that video. But for the purpose of this video, hopefully I answered your question of how to deal with the feeling of why it's all on me and what the answer is to why it's all on you. And hopefully I also gave you enough motivation to use your energy of achievement as well and use it properly. Thank you for watching. I'm Helena with Triumph Over Gray.